and welcome to Formula Kart Stars 2015, supported by Formula One Management. Now, can you believe it? This is the last round of the championship, but everyone is here to give it one final push. Now, mechanics, are you ready?
Yes!
Brilliant, excellent. Organisers, marshals, are you ready?
Yes!
Drivers, are you ready? Yes! And Emerson Fittipaldi, are you ready?
We are ready to go racing.
Excellent. So, for one last time, Formula Kart Stars, let's go racing. Well, can you believe it? We are so privileged. We've got the 1972 Formula One World Champion, Emerson Fittipaldi, here to give us a track guide and tell us what it's like to drive here at Glan Gors. Emerson, before you go out, what's your strategy going to be?
I have to learn. I only did few laps.
Yeah.
Now we go together and see what I can do.
Here we go. The uphill corner here is difficult. Blind vision. Very hard braking on top of the hill. Into the apex. Second apex, very important. Downhill. There's two undulations here. Very difficult. Into the apex carousel. Up here again. Now it's a very difficult section. Downhill, the S's. First, you have to get right the first one. Apex, the second one. The third one. And now close to the start finish line. Left the first.
Well, what an introduction. Now, from one senior racing legend to our young tearaways who have got their eye on finishing this season with style. Well, Joseph Taylor has already won the championship for the cadets, but this race is still very much on, and we've even got Mo Fittipaldi as a guest driver here today.
The final cadet race of the season is about to get underway, and away they go, and it's a great start from Breckenhealy, going past Max Dodds into the lead of the race. We're on board with Mo Fittipaldi a little bit further back. That's Alicia Rowland in the 39 kart up in front of us, but Breckenhealy going defensive as they start to climb the hill. Still Max Dodds in second, then Olivier Algieri in third. We go on board with Sebastian Hibbard there, and of course it's getting very, very tight up in front, isn't it? And he makes up a couple of places. But here's the look for the lead of the race, and that's Olivier Algieri going through. So Algieri moves into the lead. Right up behind him now is Archie Mace. We're on board with Archie Mace. As this fantastic queue of 5 karts all battling over the lead, everybody looking to the inside of each other. There's Max Dodds up the inside. Dodds goes through into second place now. We're on board with Max Saddington, who's in one of the packs further back. Up in front of us, that's Mo Fittipaldi making a move. But now here comes Bray Keneally on the attack for second place. Through he goes. Good move there from Keneally, and that actually will give him the cutback going down towards the left-hander, and Keneally now finds himself in the lead. Fantastic sight as they swing through the left-hander. And there's another look to the inside from Dodds, and he goes through past Bray Keneally, so Keneally got back in front briefly. And Keneally's dropped down to 4th position now, I think. So it's Max Dodds who leads it. Second place is Olivier Algieri. And then it's Archie Mace in at 3rd and Bray Keneally in 4th position. We're on board with Archie Mace as he tries to get second, and he does it. Coming up the hill. Mace is through. Bray Keneally's going to try and follow him through, which he does, and then follow through as well. So that's up into second place now, Bray Keneally. Oh, and there's contact at the back. Olivier Algieri going off onto the grass. Somehow he manages to keep it on the circuit at the end of the day. But it's Max Dodds who's leading the way. We've lost Olivier Algieri from this pack. I think he's had a spin out there. But now here comes Bray Keneally for the lead of the race. Through he goes. It's going to be side by side all the way through, and it's the 43 kart in the end of Harley Keeble who now leads the race. This is fantastic as they come down into the left-hander. Harley Keeble still holding the lead of the race for the time being, but he's under big pressure from Max Dodds in the 33 kart. Breckenridge looking around to see what's around him as Max Dodds goes through. So Dodds back into the lead. Down to second place for Harley Keeble. We're on board with Archie Mace, and there's a spin. Oh, that's got to be gutting. Harley Keeble sent spinning, and he is absolutely livid with that because he was leading this race. But it's now Max Dodds who's in the lead. Breckenridge up behind him. But right behind him is Archie Mace. Through the final corners for the final time, and it looks as though Max Dodds is going to take the win, which will give him second place in the championship. Out of the final corner, it's the win for Max Dodds. It's second for Breckenridge, and it's third for Archie Mace. That means that Max Dodds is the man who ends the season second in the championship behind Joseph Taylor, with a great final race in the cadet class.
Well, Max, what a great way to end the season. Your second race of the championship.
Yeah, it felt really good crossing the line, just putting my hand, taking the hand off the steering wheel.
And when did you think, you could win that race?
Well, it was all down to this morning when yesterday it wasn't the best day I've had in FKS. I knew I had to do it today.
Now, Bray, that was a second for you, but you look a little bit disappointed. What happened?
Well, Max defended just really good, so I couldn't get past on the last lap to get second in the championship.
And did you not think at any point you could get him in that last lap? Because I saw you were really trying to push, weren't you?
Yeah, I was trying to get him every corner. He just defended really well.
So the cadets there, as ever, not failing to impress. But at the other end of the speed scale, we've got the Super FKS. Ross Martin was already crowned champion, but yesterday we still saw some epic racing from them.
The first Super FKS final gets underway, and it's Rudge who holds the lead. Fantastic fighting further back. The 87 kart of Jack Tritton losing out to Adrian Hegarty, who's now in third place. Rudge is sprinting clear at the front though. Fantastic battle here for fourth position. Here's the attack from Della Zuriaga around the outside. Fantastic move to get past Jack Tritton, but Tritton's coming back at him. Tritton back into fourth. But no one has been able to stop Sean Rudge. A wonderful drive from him. His end of season form has been absolutely superb, and he wins again.
Well, it's the final race for the Super FKS boys, but can Sean Rudge make it 2 top steps for this weekend? Sean, how are you feeling going into the final this afternoon?
Pretty confident. I mean, we've had a pretty dominant end to the season. We won both rounds at Valra, and we won yesterday, so I'm pretty confident.
And overall, how do you think your season's been? What have you really kind of learnt, and what are you going to take home from it?
Well, I've really enjoyed the whole season. We've had ups and downs, but I think I've learned, dealing under pressure. Yeah. When you've got quicker people behind you, just to keep calm, and not start making mistakes.
The final Super FKS race of the season gets underway now. It's Sean Rudge on pole position on the run down to turn 1, but Stilp's gone around the outside. Great start from Max Stilp. We could have a race on here, but Rudge has got the inside line back again, and Rudge is back into the lead. Stilp down to second place. In third there at the moment is Jack Tritton, with Conor McPollin right up behind him as they come down into the hairpin. Sean Rudge looking to complete a perfect weekend. He's won every heat, both pole positions as well, and if he can wrap up both final victories, I think he'll be over the moon. Great fighting here further back as the look to the inside comes from Adrian Hegarty, and he goes through past Oscar Ruiz de la Zuriaga. But what a drive this has been from Sean Rudge. What a weekend this has been for Sean Rudge. Okay, Ross Martin, the man who's already wrapped up the championship, isn't here, but nevertheless Rudge has been absolutely supreme as he comes down towards the hairpin. Look at the margin he's got in just a 20-minute race. Second place is Max Stilp there, but that third place battle is still going side by side down into the hairpin. Through goes Conor McPollin into third place. Looks as though Tritton's struggling with his exhaust falling off, so it'll be the third step of the podium for McPollin. But the man on the top step, once again, is going to be Sean Rudge. He takes the victory ahead of Max Stilp in second position. Connor McPollin crossing the line in third at the end of that frantic race. So the championship already wrapped up by Ross Martin, but a perfect weekend for Sean Rudge. Every pole position, every heat win, and every final win.
Well, Sean, 16 consecutive wins, including the heats and the finals. What an epic way to finish the season.
Yeah, I know. It's a shame it took so long to happen. It would have been better for us if it happened at the beginning.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, it's a really good way to finish off the season. Really happy with it.
So, what a brilliant way to end the season on the podium again.
Yeah, it's good. Could have been quicker, but I guess second's good enough.
And now that we've come to the end of the season, what do you think you've really learnt in this championship this year?
A bit of everything really, like racing, consistency, and just like about the karts. I really enjoyed it actually.
So who's going to take this Super Cadets Championship home with them? Well, join us for part 2 and find out, because this is going down to the wire. So, after a full season of racing, unfortunately we're a little bit older, but we are also so much wiser. I think that is the brilliant thing about karting and the Formula Kart Stars Championship. It's the perfect opportunity for these guys to really learn their racecraft, but also to understand how to set up the kart. So, my sofa racers, what have we learned? How do you approach it during the race, to make sure that your tyres last till the end?
Well, throughout the race you have to watch your tyres, see what's happening with them. If there's too much grip on the side, you need to lighten off a bit when you're going through the corners. Don't accelerate too early, get any skids or anything out the corner, just keep it planted.
So Luca, can you explain to me how you set up the car in terms of the gearing?
Well, if it's like a track like here at GYG, you're going to want to be in the middle with the gearing. The higher the sprocket you go, the more bottom end you're going to get. And the smaller the sprocket you go, the more top end you're going to get.
And what do you mean by bottom end and top end?
Well, the bottom end is when you come out the corner, and the top end is going like as you're going down the straight or at the end of the straight.
Why does everyone have different gear setups?
Some drivers like more top, some drivers like more bottom, and it's just about getting the right thing for them so they can drive as good as they possibly can.
What have you learnt about overtaking this season? How do you do it?
Get in the slipstream and overtake.
Max, what have you learned about overtaking this season?
Well, sometimes you don't always need to be fast, you just have to make the least mistakes.
Remember, if you're a budding karter, you can get plenty more advice from our website, www.formulakartstars.com. Also, please follow us on Twitter at official_FKS. So the juniors are all set to go. And just a little reminder that when these karts hit their top speeds, they're hitting the national speed limit of 70 miles an hour. Well, the juniors are about to go. It's the last race for them. And there's a long winter ahead if you wished you'd push just that little bit harder.
The final race of the juniors season begins now, down towards turn 1. A little bit of a mess in the middle of the pack there. Some people really getting delayed, and as a result, Tony Logie's up into third. Up into second place has gone Cameron Bodler. We go on board with Logie, who's up into second place now. That all allowed Ethan Hawkey to sprint clear while it got very busy behind. On board with Abby Monroe, tucked up behind Sean Davidson. Down the hill into the left-hander. And Saul Robinson makes a move in there too, as we go on board again with Abby Monroe. This time up in front of us is Tony Logie, who has dropped back a little. But it's Ethan Hawkey who is the man in the clear at the moment. Fantastic fight further back. That's Sean Davidson, who you can see. We're on board with Abby Monroe, who gets past going into the final corner by Cameron Bodler. Good move there from Bodler. The winner of the race yesterday, now making up places today. But this is the view from Ethan Hawkey's kart. Look at him working the wheel, and he loses the lead. Through goes Sam McDonald. So McDonald's caught and past him. Abby Monroe making a move up the inside there and making up a place. Following through Cameron Bodler. But it's Sam McDonald who leads, not for much longer. Through goes Ethan Hawkey. And through into second place in all of that goes Sean Davidson. So Davidson's in second. as we go on board with Abby McRoe. Oh, it's 3 wide there, and that is going to be very interesting. Up in the air goes Tony Logie. Big moment for him. While they were all battling over second place, they lost the speed, and Logie really had nowhere to go. Ethan Hawkey still leads though, and he's still under pressure from Sean Davidson, who looks to the inside and goes past. So Davidson leads now. Cameron Bodler is the man through all of that melee who came up into 3rd place. On board with Abby Monroe. Is she able to make up a position? No, but Saul Robinson has lost out to Sam McDonald in all of that. Monroe running just behind them. There's the look up the inside from Ethan Hawkey, back into the lead. He'll be desperate to take his first victory after his one yesterday was taken away thanks to that final lap. And all the way around the outside there, that is bold, bold stuff, but it doesn't quite come off for Cameron Bodler. And as a result, he could be under pressure. Here comes Ethan Hawkey, down through the final few corners. Can he finally win legitimately? He's just got one turn to go, defends heavily on the inside. Davidson looks to go around the outside, but he can't do it. It's victory for Hawkey. Second across the line for the 32 card of Sean Davidson. Sam McDonald finishing the race in 3rd place. The championship, though, already wrapped up before the season came to its conclusion.
Well, Ethan, after a bit of a disappointing end to the race yesterday, what a way to finish the championship.
Yeah, it was a great race. Sean drove very well. Just got on that last lap, yeah.
That last corner, some brilliant defending there.
Yeah, I mean, I just went on the middle of track, waited for him to go around the outside, swerved back, just got the win.
Sean, Ethan just got you on that last lap, didn't he?
Yeah, when I looked behind me, he was quite a bit behind. And then the toe was so effective here, I just didn't defend enough.
So you were leading most of that race, but what actually happened?
Well, when the people came up behind me, they passed me, and then I sort of got involved in a bit of a scrap, and then I got hit and stuff, so it pushed me backwards.
Now it's time for the Super Cadets. It's looking like it could be Dexter Patterson. He is so close to winning, but it hasn't been sewn up yet, because of course anything could happen in this race. Right, well this really is crunch time for our Super Cadets. But the question is, can Dexter Patterson keep his cool and bring this title home? Or will Harry Thompson be putting on the pressure for him to make a mistake? Boys, how are you feeling going into this final? Harry, you're in pole position.
Yeah, I'm feeling quite confident. I've just got to try keep it at the front and try to steal away some points.
Dexter, is there anything that can get in your way?
Yeah, Harry. But yeah, it's going to be hard to race to the end.
But you only have to finish in the, top 6 is it to win the championship?
Yeah, it's a lot better than some, but it's good, yeah.
And do you think you could win this championship today? Can you bring it home?
Well, I'm going to try to. I've just got to just stay at the front, really, and try to keep it to the end.
Absolutely. Well done, boys. You've provided some epic racing this season so far, and we're very excited about seeing this final. Good luck.
This is where the Super Cadet Championship will be decided then in the final race of the season. Away they go, and it's a good start from Harry Thompson. He takes the lead. Martin has dropped back a little bit because up into 2nd place, there is Shay Martin in front of us, but up into 2nd place has gone Brandon Martland. Martin in 3rd, Patterson in 4th. So just the top 5 will do for Dexter Patterson. Harry Thompson needs to win the race and hope that something bad happens to Dexter Patterson. And Brandon Martland being pushed wide there by Shay Martin, goodness me, leaping over the curbs. Somehow they're all still going and facing the right way, but that was a big moment there for Brandon Martland. Now Joseph Taylor's getting into the fight. Oh, he's hit Martland, and Martland goes round. Despite all of that drama, though, we've got Harry Thompson leading the way. On board with Caden McQueen, that's Luca Molinaro up in front of us. Flat out through the right-hand kink, and Joseph Taylor loses a couple of places there. We're on board with Caden McQueen as he looks to the inside of Joseph Taylor, and he's the next man to go through. So Taylor slipping back just a little bit there. But here are our top 3. Fittingly, the top 3 in the championship, although not in this order. Patterson leads the championship and is in 3rd place. And now Martin has got into the lead. So Shea moves into the lead of the race. But he's got to win and hope the other two have a non-finish, essentially, if he wants to take the championship title. So the two of them right here means that Shea Martin is really out of contention. And the man we're on board with, Dexter Patterson's in the box seat, because he knows he just needs a strong points finish and he will be the Super Cadet champion. And you can see Patterson is just holding back off these two. He's trailing them, he's following them, but he's not getting too involved in the fight. Very clever driving this from Dexter Patterson. We're on board with him here. Martin leads, Thompson second. Thompson goes for the cutback up the inside of Shea Martin, and he goes through. So Thompson back into the lead. But there's just 2 more corners to go here. And one of these 3 is going to be the champion. It's going to be Dexter Patterson if they can just get it through the final corner. Victory for Harry Thompson, but the title for Dexter Patterson. So a superb season for Dexter Patterson sees him crowned the Super Cadet champion of 2015 ahead of Harry Thompson and Shea Martin.
Well, Dexter, you have had a pretty outstanding championship, haven't you? You've been consistent throughout, and now you are the champion. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so happy. It's great.
And what a great race. I mean, you were definitely helping Shea there at the back.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if something would happen. I didn't want to get in the mix just in case anything happened, so I just laid back and let them do it.
Well, Harry, what a brilliant way to end the season at winning that race.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the win. It's just unlucky that I got second. Went for the win, but didn't quite happen. But I like to say well done to Dexter for winning it. It was a hard year, and he won it fairly.
Well, we've had an absolutely fantastic year. There have been some highs and lows, but most importantly, some absolutely fantastic racing. We'll be back again next year, but that's all from us. Goodbye.